It's not a happy thing, but look at that, we're flying. What up, everybody? We're out here, we're riding. Actually kind of nippy today, but it don't matter. We're out here, we're riding. Today, we are back on the X2. I know, haven't really been on this bike so much lately. Well, I've been riding it, but just not making too many videos. Been kind of focusing on my Tuttio a little bit. And as some of you guys may have seen, your boy just picked up a motorcycle, and that's kind of freaking awesome. So, yeah, I've been definitely preoccupied. Ooh, old guy on an e-bike. But, yeah, we're out here, we're riding. Today we're going to be talking about, I don't know what we're going to talk about. We're probably going to talk about stunting on the X2. Just the few quirks I've kind of found, all the oddities about it. My wheelie game is getting better, somewhat. Ooh. We can definitely throw it up. One thing I have noticed though is it does get a little bit difficult trying to do my wheelies and junk while making a video. Ooh, yeah. Definitely working on dropping it back a little bit more, for sure. But one of the first things I wanted to touch on is with the bike like the X2 being a hub motor, it's going to be a little bit different trying to wheelie this thing. And a big part of that is going to purely be because with god damn it, it's a car. Ooh. Nope, don't want to do it too high because cars out here get mad. But we'll do a proper one right here. No car, no excuses. Get down to speed. Oh, that was trash. We'll do a better one once we get across this street. But so one thing about wheeling the X2 versus something like a mid-drive like a Surron is so with the Surron, when you got the wheel up, any sort of mid-drive e-bike, you get a little bit of resistance, which is going to stop you from completely going back because of the chain. Well, with a hub motor style e-bike, you don't have that chain, so you don't have that rear, like that resistance. It's not a lot of resistance, but it's a little bit. And when it comes to wheelies, that little bit of resistance is kind of like, it's helpful. So with something like the X2, you're definitely gonna, you're definitely gonna be relying a lot more on your throttle, and you're gonna be relying a lot more on your body weight positioning and balance as far as holding balance point, and that it makes it a little bit different. And also because of the geometry of the X2, it has a wonky balance point. So here, we're gonna do a wheelie. We're gonna sit further forward where you would probably sit while you're actually riding more aggressive. Have your weight closer to the center of the bike. Probably shouldn't do this right before a hill, but you pop it up right there. The bike is gonna feel really front heavy, and because of how the seat is, it keeps you like in front of the wheel, which makes it harder to balance because you're gonna have more weight on the front of the bike than the rear of the bike. So it's gonna make it a lot harder to balance. But here, we're gonna move all the way to the back of the bike. Like, literally, edge of the cheeks are on the edge of on the back. So let's get somewhere flatter. And right here, you'll see, even there, I was still a little bit, still a little bit ahead of where I needed to be. But yeah, if you go all the way back, the bike's just gonna tip. Like, it doesn't want to hold, so you have to, and it also depends. I'm a little bit taller, a little bit more weight, like 5'10", like 160, 170 pounds, probably closer to 170, been eating a lot. But so I'm gonna move just a tad bit forward. Also, this isn't the best spot to be doing this. Ooh, here, well, that was bad. We are still working on steering and wheelies, but let's get that road is a little bit better. But yeah, so this is like a little bit, I like to just right behind this first little notch, right by the crotch, and then, ooh. Oh, that was bad. So this probably isn't the best road to be talking about wheelies, because I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is 50 shades of wonky. I think it straightens out right here a little bit. Oh, there's a little bunny rabbit. Oh yeah, this road is jacked right here. We're gonna find somewhere straight. Right here is kind of straight. So this is kind of my optimal wheelie position. Chest up, arms squared, push down, whee. Oh, why is that bad? Hold up. Screw that. We're gonna get this. See. But even holding it there, it doesn't look as aggressive as it does on something like a Surron. Or not even a Surron. I was like compared to like a real bike, balance point is going to be a little bit less. It's not going to be like point all the way up. The Freego X2 actually has a weirdly low balance point for some reason. Well, because of the geometry of the bike. Not some reason, that is the reason. But yeah, so there is that. So right here, back in my optimal position, hopefully. Yeah, see right there, we gassed. Oop, my turn. But yeah, so that's one thing about the X2. I feel like if the seat was actually a little bit further back, you could find a little bit better seating position, and you could actually like get down with it. I don't know why I'm coming through here to talk about a wheelie video, but yeah. So that is also why when I was starting my wheelies, I was having so much trouble starting off with the sitting wheelies, just because of how this bike has like an awkward balance point. And a lot of these e-bikes do. I know once you get closer towards like the more expensive ones, like the Stark Fargs and even like the E-Rides and stuff, the people who make those bikes are like, they're like all about the bike life and all that. So those ones are probably put together a little bit better as far as like geometry wise. A lot of bikes come with like a staggered wheel set, whereas the Freego comes with just two 19s. And also 19s are big. So there is that. One thing we have been working on with the X2 is, as you guys know, I have my rear peg. Let's get a little bit closer this way first. But we got the rear peg because you're very limited on what you can and cannot do on this bike, purely out of the fact that like, ooh, nope, not doing that. Purely out of the fact that you have pedals. I am working on dropping a video that's going to be hopefully fix upgrading my pedals to these things called pegdals or pegals, whatever the heck they're called. But I'm hoping those will give me more of like a peg-like option. Because also one thing about wheeling this bike, once you get up there, you're falling off the seat. And not just that, like you kind of don't really have anywhere to put your feet in. And that is part of the reason why I did opt to upgrade my pedals to my cool purple ones so early on. Because, car. Oh yeah, empty parking lot, let's go. So you can have more grip. Also, the frame is very uncomfortable to try and hold on to, which, you know, is kind of important for wheeling. Oh, that was bad. No, we're gonna get this. Screw them people. Yeah. Yeah. My wheelies suck in videos. So you want to see my good wheelies? Go to Instagram. They all up there. Ooh, that was a bad one. Ooh, car. Yeah. That's where we needed to be. Oh, I want that dirt bike. The dirt bike's bad. One day we will have a dirt bike for the channel. Just not today. That's why we got the Duke 390. But yeah, I mean, this bike certainly is stuntable, and we are going to figure out how to stunt it. We just have not gotten that far yet, to be honest. Between work, school, and all the adult things you have to do, sometimes it's really hard just to drop everything and just do e-bike stuff. That one was rough. Mad rough. Also, the Freego X2 does have a higher seating position, which kind of makes it a little bit more intimidating, I'll say, as far as wheelies go. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. That was mad bad. Let's do a better one. Better one. Good one. Yeah. Oh, choke. There we go. So, for one, this bike, well, I mean, it's more of a skill thing, definitely. But I'm going to blame the bike because screw talking down on my skill. But the throttle isn't always consistent with like your rip, especially depending on where your power is at. My battery's fairly charged, but it's not like 100% charged or anything like that. We lit it. Once we get back to the main, we'll stop and talk about the next thing. But yeah, so wheelies definitely are possible, definitely are ugly. Like if you watch a lot of the videos of like third person people wheeling, it honestly looks more of like a power wheelie than something controlled. Which is understandable because yeah. It also sucks that I keep wheeling in like weird areas so that when I do get a good one, it's like, gotta stop. Uh-oh. We gotta hit a wheelie for the doggos. And there's sometimes geese over there. It was kind of interesting. See, also, oh, bad. Not good. I know, guy. There's your wheelie. I know it wasn't a good one today. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Whew. Got some funk up here today. Also, Song of the day today is Kevin Gates' new album. Well, newer, came out this year. I Am Him Too. Fucking fire. It's a banger. Go ahead, blast that. I need to get back to doing my album of the day. Or yeah. It really sucks that I decided to come this way today because the road is rank out here. And so is the smell. And that's kind of throwing me off my game. Ugh. Nope, not smart. Not good. Let's get to a better spot. We'll get back into it. Also, I'm curious, those of you guys who have switched to like the more Shinko style, can't speak. The Shinko style all-terrain tires, how are you guys digging those? I have mine and I kind of love them. If you don't, they're linked down below. Make sure you guys check out the links in the description. They help out the channel. It's really good. Helps me keep buying stupid stuff to keep making videos. Also, check out some of my other videos because, you know, I need the views and the watch hours. But I was going to talk about something, but I forgot. So, we're going to talk about suspension. One of the really awesome things, like one of the saving graces actually of the X2, is it actually comes with like a decent suspension out of the box. And we are using the term decent sparingly in this video, only because what makes it decent is the fact that it's adjustable, not gonna lie. But one thing I will say is I think the suspension is one of the few parts of the bike I really haven't seen any issues with, just as a whole, which is kind of nice. Let's go. Haha, good thing we didn't pop it up right there. But yeah, it does come with a nice suspension, and getting your suspension dialed in is going to help you so much. It's going to help you so much with your wheelies. So me, I like to have my front with like, I don't like a lot of bounce because I also do some off-road. So my suspension is, it's like, I think it's like 2 clicks stiff on the center. So it's like, you don't get a super bounce. Like I have my rear really stiff. And for me personally, that's kind of helped a little bit with like my, that's kind of helped me with my getting back on the wheel. Ugh. Oh, that was bad. Also, don't bend your arms. When you go to do your push down, do not bend your arms. You want all that same force, but see, if you bend your arms will take up some of that force and it won't help. But yeah, that is kind of an important note because we were talking about suspension, and it doesn't matter how good your suspension is if your arms are absorbing your push down. You want that push down all in the front. But like I was saying, ooh, any cars? No cars? Yeah, here. Oh, no. We fucked that one. Bad. Oh. Yeah, see, look at that. We up there. Yeah. Ooh, good one. With it. Ooh, windy. But yeah, we were talking about the suspension. And so getting your suspension dialed in the way you like it is definitely going to be important. When I started off wheeling, I had it super plush. like it was super bouncy, super squishy, which actually is kind of nice to learn because that pop-up is going to be a lot more exaggerated, which means your forks are going to compress a little bit more, which means it's going to give you a little bit more time to focus on that throttle. And that's kind of a good thing. Because I know, like me earlier on, the pop and then flick of the throttle was a little bit difficult. But like, we'll also talk about one of my favorite drills for wheelies. This drill really just works. Yeah. But like, during that one, once I got up to that balance point, I lost the pedals. And that actually happens to me a lot, which kind of sucks. But let's so one of my favorite drills for doing wheelies, you're gonna do a tight turn, you're gonna put your bike straight and then pop it straight up. And what it does is, because when you're in that turn, your suspension is gonna be compressing, and then right when you come out, it's still gonna be like adjusting, and then just pop it up. And that is also really freaking good for getting your body used to the motion. Because like, I know me personally, I have an issue with like I overthink the intro of my wheelie, but this kind of just straight, pop it up. It kind of gets you like, you kind of just don't think about it. And you want to stay into the turn until you can just get out of the wheelie. And like, so like what I'll do is, I messed up my wheelie, we'll go ahead, do the turn, we'll get set up for the spot, say we're not ready for the wheelie and we know we're not going to do it. We'll go back around one more time, and then we go quick with it. Straight, brake, pop it up. And it kind of just gets your body into that movement naturally, which is what I found to be really good for like just riding. Ooh, right there. Oh, yeah, this is the one. Oh, yeah, see, nice. But I was having trouble with my feet. Also, one thing I do find an issue with is because of because the X2 does have pedals, I find it a little bit difficult for me to control my like left and right. Like, and I always get like, when I'm on like spots like this, like, I always get like weird, like almost like claustrophobic-ish. I don't know if that's the right word. Also, I know my brakes are wild. I'm gonna take my bike to a bike shop at some point and deal with that. But, oh, no. No, my headlight. Also, wheelies constantly kill my side view mirror, and I'm always sad about it. But that's why you have two. Oh, that was a bad one. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know what I was going to talk about. So, one of the things with the X2 is because of the way the rear axle is, it's actually really good for pegs if you put them on properly and they stay on. So, one thing I have started working on, well, when I was first learning to wheelie, what was really helpful was just putting my rear foot on the peg, my non-dominant foot. I tried to keep my right foot on the pedal just because I planned on moving up to dirt bikes or motorcycles, so getting that muscle memory in is pretty good. But resting on that rear one, so you can already have your weight on the back and not so far forward, definitely helps a lot with this bike. This bike just feels like it has like a lot of front weight, which is weird. Ooh, yeah. But that way, the bike will honestly, because none of your weight's, like you have all your weight off of the front. So it'll literally just like, it'll literally just pop up, like, easy. But once you get comfortable with that, what I've been working on more lately is standing. So legs fully extended. I like to lean back. Like, so my body is all the way back. I have most of my weight on that left peg and that right one. So you could literally just steer the bike like that. But yeah, and this is a really interesting way to start working up to knee knockers and standing wheelies in general. Like, this is considered a standing wheelie. If you want to see a kind of video, I think I posted one. But in this way, definitely requires a lot less pop-up. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining about less pop-up, but you really feel the weirdness of the balance point with the X2, because even with your weight off of it, balance point isn't that high. Like, here. Ooh, that was a bad one. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, so like I said, I'm still working on this way. It's kind of weird. Also going way too fast. Ooh. Yeah, that one's still kind of weird. Still working on that one, so don't judge it. Also, depending on how soft you have your suspension, will partially dictate what speed you can pop it up. If you have a stiffer suspension, you're definitely stuck to lower speed pop-ups. Like, me trying to pop it up at 16, 17 is like not even a thing, really. Like, I have to like drop onto the bike. Let's see. Ooh, ooh. Okay, but yeah, like I was saying, I had to literally like throw that weight into the bike. Oh man, I've been waiting to get back to this spot because this is one of my favorite spots to practice, but it's been freaking down for a minute and it kind of sucks. But also, I've realized I don't really like to wheelie on like concrete or grass. Oh, they redid the court. Cool. Now let me wheelie in it. But so we're standing up, and we're just gonna like pull back. But it's weird because even with all your weight like up and over the bike like that, it still doesn't want to come up that high. And so like what I try to do sometimes is lean back a little bit and then just It's still a work in progress, not gonna lie. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. If you guys did watch this far in the video, thank you so much. I very much so appreciate it. I know some of you guys feel betrayed because I haven't been on the X2 as much, but also, one tip for putting your feet on the pedals is gonna be, instead of having your feet like straight, you wanna turn your feet like diagonally, facing in towards the front wheel, and that'll naturally make your legs wanna like hug the bike, which will, well, help you with your wheelies. Not get ran over right here. All right, we're gonna try one more of these standers. So also, I'm still trying to figure out where's the best place to put my foot when I'm trying to focus on the standings. But just like right on the ball of my foot is usually where I'm at. And it's kind of weird. It's definitely different. Also, making sure to actually stand instead of being like crouched down. So like we're actually up, we're standing, we're gonna go boom. See, look at that. If you have that fear still of going all the way back, you will feel it. So you're gonna wanna stand and try and put yourself as far back as you can. And pop it, pop it. Damn. Well, we're getting it. We're still working on that one. That is also one of the things, is usually on days when I record, I normally don't focus too much. Or what happens is I'm like, I'm gonna go out and record a video, and then I don't focus on doing the video and I do wheelies forever. And then don't do a video. Or I'm like, I'm not gonna do a video, and then we end up like today where it's kind of nippy and cold, and I don't really want to do wheelies, but I really want to do my wheelies because you know, your boy's trying to get A1 with the stunts. But we're getting there. Maybe let's not wheelie into a blind corner. That is the stupid stuff that people talk about and why they want to ban e-bikes. I am not an example. I am just a person on YouTube who does stupid stuff. But we now can, TikTok considers me a professional, so I'm okay with that. Professional fuck up. Yeah. Also, we're working on our cussing. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Ooh, we just did one. Can we get 3 wheelies in a row? Come on. All right, we're calling it. That's 2. We need 1 more. Let's go to the good side of the road. Oh, kind of sideways, but we're gonna call it 3 because why not? But yeah. Also, I know there was a couple other things. Adjusting your suspension to where you like it. If you're having trouble with the pop-up and it's like literally you're just not getting it high enough, then you're gonna definitely want to make your suspension softer. It'll compress more, bounce up more. And if your wheels are feeling a little bit too bouncy on the rear, that is gonna be another thing you guys can mess with. Can we, can we hit the sidewalk wheelie? Oh, not good, but it was up. But yeah, I'm gonna go through one more parking lot, do a couple more practice wheelies. Also, one thing you guys are definitely gonna wanna keep in mind is wheelies will kill your e-bike. It is kind of just a confirmed thing that with the X2, you're kind of just rolling the dice with the how long until your bike breaks. It's not a happy thing, but look at that, we're flying. See, turn, pop it up. Turn, get past these blocks, pop it up, We're gonna turn. Yeah. Like we can wheelie when we got the space. But yeah, I think this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you for so much to those of you guys who watched this far. Also, those of you guys who are actually seeing this part of the video, comment down below the word Cheetos. Comment whether you guys like Cheetos or hot Cheetos. Comment that down below. I'm curious. I want to do a giveaway, but I want to make sure to reward those of you guys who are like actually like enjoying my content and like are actually like fans of the channel. I want to like reward you guys. So we're gonna do a giveaway here soon, but I'm curious how many people actually watch to the end of the video, because yeah, we're gonna just know there's gonna be a giveaway. I am gonna reward you guys for like being loyal subscribers and whatnot, because like I appreciate it, and my channel would not even be half of what it is without the support of you guys. So yeah, comment your favorite kind of Cheetos, whether it's hot Cheetos, whether it's regular Cheetos, even if it's the jalapeno. Like, just comment that down below. Yeah. Aside from that, you guys have a nice day, night, whatever, and peace out. Enjoy this wheelie. Yeah.